I also believe that you love this art
I do.
as soon as you learned it. And so this is, three aspects of your magic. One is your loving art. Another is your affiliation with the martial arts. And also that you really understood, the nature of this art. Now, all three of those are coming into the treatment all at once. So.
Oh yeah, the martial arts showing a lot as a discipline. Person has to have a discipline who is giving this art to. You have to have your self-discipline. A little bit of structure is not going to spoil you, but the structure is giving of understanding the chaos as two different differences.
It's also it's also you're knowing the body. You know your own body, and so you know what a person, the potential, even a person who's a couch potato, you see a potential there, and so you target that potential, I believe.
I see the body as a geometry, like a geometry. You could see its geometry slightly off, and I'm not saying that I'm a seer, I can see stuff. No, I can feel it with the eyes, or I can feel it with the hands, that the geometry is slightly off. And what you can do, you just trying to, not to fix it, because again, it's not our power to do that, but you could, adjust it as to give the person to feel better, at least for a little bit. And after that, this particular receiver is going to chase that feeling every single time. Oh, I want to feel that way again. I want to feel better. And I'm saying to them, you don't have to come back to the session, just work on yourself. So the session give you space to think, to give you a moment, to stop yourself from the life and, reset yourself. Like lots of people are asking, oh, how many times I have to come back for the session? Like 10 times, 15 times? I said, no, just come for one and we'll see what happens.
Now, describe why you're continuing to do this. This isn't an easy path. It requires mental focus. It requires a lot of physical strength, and it requires basically dedication 24 hours, 7 days a week. It requires what's called in Sanskrit bhakti. Bhakti is a very high form of yoga. It's the yoga of devotion. So why are you continuing when you could go and do gardening or cooking or music or teach martial arts? Why are you continuing to do this art?
Oh, well, because it's, I believe it's one of the reasons is if you really want to see real magic, it's right in front of your eyes every single time. So I believe that I'm trying to catch the magic anywhere, and the sessions and the transformation in people is one of them. It's just beautiful. People are waiting for, I'm going to, explore my third eye, and after that I will, see some stuff or, do some stuff. Well, we can start with the body first as an option. We can start with the body and see the real magic of changing right in front of your eyes. Mm-hmm. And it's pleasurable. I cannot say that I have other pleasure in my life, but sessions and transformation in the people that's coming into you because of their own work, not just like, you work on them and they healed. They are working on themselves, and it's just in front of your eyes, and it's just beautiful.
So I'm seeing you as a bodhisattva. You may not know what that is, but a bodhisattva is someone who's getting joy from bringing this wisdom and transformation to the future.
Yeah.
And so a bodhisattva is someone who has the ability to be finished with the illusion, the Maya, and they could go through the curtain to freedom and to enlightenment, but they've chosen not to do that until everybody comes through. So you've come back, essentially, I believe, to help, and you're doing that too.
Well, I will confirm your words at the end of my life, because I'm still in the process of it, so who knows? Well, all of us are still humans, and if we're going to put some tags on us, it will limit it. And what I'm trying to do is be free of limits. If I want to create something, I have to be out of it.
So you're continuing with this quite challenging dharma because it's bringing you lots of joy.
Oh yeah, sure. It's not hard at all. That's the problem of other people who's on this path too. When we're teaching future or neither teachers or practitioners, we're saying, please just have a little bit more patience to don't give up on that. Just a little bit. It's required just a smaller amount of energy to overstep. Oh, it was hard and now it's easy, because you're in the way of understanding that it's really easy. It's not hard. It's not physical, and you never lift up the hard, heavy leg. You're just into the person. You're not lifting weights. It's not the gym, or it's not like, oh, I have to follow the sequence, or I have to remember the technique. It's about the environment being in.
Oh, I've said that a million times. You've heard it a million times in class where I've said, the less effort you put into it, the more elegant that you can be, the easier this art is going to be. And so Vedic, we call it Vedic Thai bodywork, but I've been sort of designing it down to just Vedic bodywork because of my Southeast Asian influences in China and Japan, and of course Thailand and India also. And so, are you happy with that term also, Vedic?
Of course. Yeah, I believe everybody who's representing their art, they have a right to call it as their own understanding, because we cannot limit ourselves to.
Yeah. Today it's evolved. The art has evolved to be really what we say in class sometimes is a therapeutic earth dance. Therapeutic earth dance. And then from there, because of the evolution, so many people studying it and bringing it to a pinnacle, inevitably at the top of that pinnacle there is always going to be the personal contribution, whether that's in cooking or dancing or music. Ultimately, that in one ingredient of the person is also going to have to be considered like that. So, you feel good then?
Yeah.
With this conversation? Is there anything you want to ask me?
Oh my God, I've been asking you for 12 years, so I think I have all my questions.
Well, put me on the spot. So just jumping quickly, my friends, onto another topic, just sort of segueing right into another topic here. I want to mention something about the value of positive affirmations. I can speak fairly truly because just recently I had thrown my lower back out. I'd come down with a cold or flu or something. I was laying in bed for 4 or 5 days, being basically lazy, and then all of a sudden my L4 disc slipped out of place. It was terrible. For 1 month, 24 hours, 7 days a week, there was no release of pain. And even I had to have somebody help me go to the bathroom. And it was absolutely hell on earth. And so anyway, of course, I eventually, did some exercises and some yoga, gentle yoga. But I'll never forget that being with me the whole time was positive affirmations. And so I think a very strong recommendation for all of us is don't abandon that aspect of healing. Yes, okay, you have to adjust your diet. Yes, you have to adjust your exercise. And yes, of course, some meditation, absolutely breathing. Breathing was practically the only medicine. I'm not one to take a bunch of medicines. And so I was really just doing connected, cyclical breathing, no pausing, maximum capacity breathing. And of course, such an excellent medicine for all of us. And eventually I was able to heal myself, but I cannot forget this voice saying, be positive and recite positive, sanctifying your inner voice and reciting non-stop. I am healing, the body heals, I am breathing light, I'm putting love in that area, I'm remembering my deity, I'm understanding karma, that this is karma, but you don't abandon yourself just because the physical pain or even the mental pain is such. And that's what Vipassana meditation is about anyway, being able to sit for long periods of time without scratching or itching or moving around, and just finding yourself in a regal position, like you're being very successful. And of course, being with the discomfort. There's, I could run to the refrigerator, even going for a walk is a dopamine drop. Okay, what to speak of getting on the phone, television, food, all of that. But in Vipassana meditation, they actually, the knowledge is, the wisdom is realized when you actually be with the discomfort, whether it's mental or emotional or physical. And so anyway, back to the original subject, positive affirmations, absolutely. Work with mantra, work with a positive affirmation. I am love, I am light, the body heals, okay, this is temporary, okay, so many things like so. So again, thank you, my friends, and feel free to connect with me also. The Vedic Conservatory has been on the road for a long time. I think we have somewhere about 150,000 students in 14 countries. And even saying that, I'm doing this 24 hours, 7 days a week with my partner. And of course, we're here for you 24/7. I get calls sometimes in the middle of the night, people going through some emotional things, people going through some physical things. I had a man call me, his knee was he has such bad pain that, of course, I invited him over right away. He described it as a toothache inside of his knee. I knew exactly what I was going to do. And I suggested positive affirmations for him also. We reach down and we touch our knee and we say, oh, I have a bad knee, I have a bad back, I have a bad neck. We're not only saying it because the cells are listening to it, but we're also touching the area. We have people who can stop you walking just by throwing their chi at you. Their shakti, their intention, they can stop you in your place walking. So if we touch the area and say it, it's a double whammy. Okay, you're programming it to be bad. It's not bad. Those cells are intelligent, infinitely intelligent, and they require positive affirmations. They require touch, positive touch, and let's celebrate. Typical of the universe, there is always this easy method for healing, for living, for being ourselves. So again, my friends, thank you so much. Mukti, Michael Buck, founder, director of the Vedic Conservatory. VedicThaiCourses.com is the website. Come on by, study this art, which is meant for friends and it's meant for family. This is true health insurance, and we'll talk about that on another video. Thank you, my friends. Bye-bye.